It's almost becoming a tradition now. Arsenal play the best football in the league for most of the season, and then, just when it's time to deliver, it all falls apart. We're now staring down the barrel of a fifth season without a single trophy under Mikel Arteta. And yet, this team is admired, feared, praised, pushed as title contenders, champions-elect, the future of English football. But the question no one wants to answer is the one Arsenal fans are now asking out loud: is Mikel Arteta really the man to win us trophies? Because this is starting to feel less like bad luck, and more like a pattern. Let's not pretend he hasn't done a great job in some areas. He inherited chaos, a fractured squad, a toxic atmosphere, and a club in identity crisis. He didn't just steady the ship, he rebuilt it. Arsenal now have a clear playing style, a youthful core, and a swagger that's been missing since the peak Wenger years. But there's one crucial ingredient still missing: silverware. Since winning the FA Cup in 2020, Arteta's project has been more promise than payoff. Every season, Arsenal play stunning football. They dominate matches, they pass teams to death, they outthink and outrun most of their opponents. But when the pressure hits, when there's something real on the line, when the season reaches its climax, they shrink. Let's talk numbers. In 2022, they finished second. In 2023, they finished second again. Now, in 2025, they're at risk of finishing third, despite leading the charge for large parts of the season. And when you combine that with a limp exit from the Champions League, it starts to sting a little more. You can't just keep saying, "We're building," forever. At some point, the foundation has to become a finished structure. And right now, Arsenal look like a team built to impress, not to win. There's a difference between progress and success. Between looking good and being great. And Arteta, for all his tactical brilliance and obsessive detail, is still learning how to win. Because managing a title challenge isn't about just drawing pretty triangles and dominating XG. It's about dealing with pressure, setbacks, mind games. It's about having your players believing they belong on the podium, not just close to it. And you have to ask, if not now, when? City haven't even been at their absolute best this season. Liverpool are transitioning. United are all over the place. Chelsea are still trying to figure out which players they even own. Spurs are, well, you know how that story goes. This was Arsenal's moment. The stage was set, and they still couldn't take it. Yes, there have been injuries. Yes, the squad is still young. But after 5 years, we have to stop grading Arteta on a development curve. You don't get participation medals at the top of football. This is Arsenal Football Club. You're judged on trophies. There are plenty of managers who can build exciting projects. Plenty who can raise standards. But very few can finish the job. And that's the real question now: is Arteta someone who can win things consistently, or is he just another nearly man? We've seen this before. Pochettino at Spurs. Rodgers at Liverpool. Beautiful football, progressive systems, loyal fanbases, and 0 trophies at the end of it all. The footballing graveyard is full of managers who built great sides but never made them winners. And look, this isn't a hit piece. No one is saying sack Arteta tomorrow. But it is time to stop pretending like everything's fine just because the football looks good. Arsenal fans have waited long enough. They've seen the growth. Now they want the glory. Because when the dust settles on another season without silverware, no one's going to remember the pass completion rate or the expected goals. They're going to remember who lifted the trophies, and once again, it won't be Arsenal. So now, more than ever, the pressure is on. Not just to compete, not just to entertain, but to win. Because if Arteta can't make that final leap soon, someone else eventually will. And if you've made it this far, chances are you've got opinions on this too. So let's hear them in the comments. Is Arteta the right man to lead Arsenal to glory, or is it time for the club to think bigger? If you love football stories that go beyond the scores, the emotion, the drama, the heartbreak, the hope, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join us on the journey. Because here at Football Uncovery, we don't just talk football, we uncover it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.